If you spend the majority of your day sitting, you probably experience some stiffness, some tightness, or some tension from your posture breaking down. And the longer you don't do anything about it, the more it turns into pain, discomfort, and loss of functional mobility to do everyday tasks. So here I'm going to give you 3 movements that's going to help you reverse any of that damage done and get you feeling better in your body. One of the things that we lose is rotation in the spine. So we're going to do this from a deep squat position, and you're going to take one arm down and the other arm behind your head and open out to the side. As you open out to the side, make sure that this knee doesn't drop in and you keep pushing the knee out with your arm that's on the ground. One of the things that you lose is your spine rotation. So we're going to work on that in a deep squat. If you can't get your heels down onto the ground, you can always place something underneath them so that you have a bit more support and less of an angle in your ankle dorsiflexion. From this position, you're going to release one arm down onto the ground and sweep it across so that your hand is in front of your toes. Take the other arm behind your head and open it out to the side. Open the chest out as much as you can. Keep squeezing that top shoulder blade in towards the spine to open up the chest. What you don't want is this knee dropping in, so keep pushing the leg out with your arm that's down onto the ground as you open up the chest. You're going to hold it here for 5 seconds and then release and do the other side for 5 seconds, and you're going to do that 3 times total. Because of the nature of the seated posture, your hip flexors tends to stay in a shortened and possibly weakened state. So here we're going to introduce both while also doing some spinal rotation and lateral flexion. So start off in a lunge position, then I want you to squeeze your glute on the back leg, and that's going to look like your pelvis tilting posteriorly as you squeeze the glute. You should right away feel a little bit more intensity in your hip flexor stretch. Then you're going to take the same side arm, sweep it across, and go for a twist, reaching the opposite arm back, and then turn to face your chest forward and reach up and over to the side. Then you're going to want to reintroduce some movement in your pelvis, and we're going to do that by coming into a tabletop position, extending one leg out to the side. Your foot's going to be in line with your knee, and you're going to actively push the foot down into the ground until you feel your inner thigh fire up, and that's going to be a strength component that we add to this stretch. Then, while keeping everything stationary, you're going to stick your tailbone up towards the sky, and then you're going to tuck the tailbone down. And you're going to move back and forth between these 2 motions, coming into cat and cow with this leg stuck out to the side. And this will help bring some stretch into your inner thighs, which you lose from sitting in a posture where you're probably not taking your legs out to the side while you're sitting down. And what this does is it's going to introduce some stretch into your inner thighs, which you probably aren't using when you're just sitting stationary with your legs directly out in front of you. All right, you don't need a complicated long mobility routine in order to regain some of the mobility that you lost from sitting all day. Just doing these 3 movements consistently every day over a 30-day period can be enough to reverse a lot of the pain that you feel or discomfort. So give this a try. Let me know in the comments how this works out, and I'll see you on the next one.